What happened to the Sumner County teen? Officials say he vanished from his Hendersonville home in late February.
His mother was the last person to see him and says that he left the house without any shoes on and just a flashlight.
My son, he's my life. He's my heart.
I just want the baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at.
I don't know what happened to him. I haven't seen him in over a month. I've been out here looking for him.
Over the past few months, I have held multiple theories as to what I think happened to Sebastian Rogers. But I am not here to talk about those theories right now. I am here to talk about where I am at as to what I think happened to Sebastian Rogers today. So here is a very quick rundown of Sebastian Rogers and his disappearance. Sebastian is a 15-year-old lad from Sumner County, Tennessee. He is high functioning on the autistic spectrum and also has chromosome deletion. Sebastian and his mother, Katie Proudfoot, were alone at their family home on the 25th of February 2024. In the evening of that same day, Katie has told Sebastian to go to bed, which he did. At some point through the night, Katie tells us she heard a bang coming from Sebastian's room. She says she then shouted in to see if he was okay, and he replied that he was. A few hours later, we are told Katie then went to bed. She awoke the next morning on the 26th of February to wake Sebastian, only to find he wasn't in the house. It is believed that at some point between the hours of 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. the same day, Sebastian has left the house. In the early days of the investigation, more than 10 dogs visited the home, and even though a scent was picked up leading away from Sebastian's house, it was later revealed from official sources that the scent that was picked up was not that of Sebastian. And nearly 5 months later, and after thousands of search miles have been searched, Sebastian Rogers has not been found. No image of Sebastian was caught on any camera anywhere, so we are being told, and no dogs picked up on his scent leaving his home. No item of clothing, no glasses found. There is absolutely no shred of evidence of anything happening, including Sebastian leaving his home. But he is not there, and nobody knows where he is. Now, I don't totally discount the theory that some people are working with, and that theory being that at some point during the evening of that night, that somebody could have hurt Sebastian in his own home and then at a later time disposed of his body. But surely somebody or some dog would have picked up on something at some point. But nobody has, and no dog has either. So here is the main theory that I am currently working on in my head. Now, I know and understand that this theory has some holes because some things just can't be explained yet, but I think it is a plausible theory. And here goes. Now, I happen to think that at some point Sebastian has, in some way, shape, or form, and at some place, started talking to somebody else outside of his home and outside of that family circle. I think, now I don't necessarily mean an adult with bad motives, but I actually think that it could have been a child/teenager of either the same age of Sebastian or a similar age to Sebastian. I think something has gone on there, because Sebastian, one of the things that he wanted the most was just friends. So I think he's got talking to somebody. He's met friends, and he's got talking to these friends. And at some point they have arranged for him to leave the house to go hang with them and do something with them, only to find that when he's left the house with them, they've not really been his friends. I think that somebody, or maybe a group of people, kids, when it comes to me, I'm 35 years old, have befriended Sebastian, and it's been easy for them to do so because Sebastian wanted friends. This type of scenario has happened quite a lot, and we all should know that, being within the true crime community. Kids, sadly, murder other kids. And I do think that whatever has happened to Sebastian has happened at the hands of somebody else. I think it's entirely possible that somebody or some people posing as his friends, taking into account that he is autistic and that he has the chromosome deletion issue, and because of that he's probably going to be pretty gullible. I think they have seen that in him, and they have decided to take advantage of that. They have manipulated him into thinking that they are his friends, and they're not. I think they have managed to get him out of the house by arranging it before he's gone home, maybe at school. Maybe he's seen somebody at school, he's met a group of kids at school, maybe people a little bit older than him, and they have organised at a certain date and time to come pick him up. And he has gone with them. Because there is absolutely no evidence of him coming away from his house. So if he has, and he has come away from his house because he's not there, then I think it was in some sort of vehicle, somehow, somewhere. Whether he has been hurt in his house, and then they have moved his body at a later time, or he has walked out of his house and gotten into a vehicle and then driven away. I think because that the dogs didn't pick up on any scent, and that's from official sources, they didn't pick up on Sebastian's scent, that because of that, I think he has left in a vehicle. And I think he has met his untimely end at the hands of somebody else. And I think those other people claim to be his friends, and quite obviously were not. That right there is my main theory, not my only one, but my main theory at the moment that I am working on in here. I know there are some holes in it. I know there are some things that need to be explained. But I think it's possible and entirely plausible that that situation could have happened and taken place. That he could have met somebody his own age, and then they have arranged at an earlier time to come and pick him up at a later time, and he has left in a vehicle, and that's why there is no scent of him leaving his property that he lives on. And while being away with this group of people, I don't think it was one, I think it was multiple, while being away with them, something has happened and he has met an untimely end. How? I don't know. But I think up until that point, that is what has happened. It's a really sad thing to be thinking about, and a really morbid thing to be thinking about. But that's what we do in the true crime community. We look at a case, we look at the facts, and upon the facts we build theories. Now, just like I said at the beginning with the notice, that I reserve the right, upon new facts being released, to change my theory, because that's what you do. New facts are released, we learn more about his disappearance, and those theories change as a result. So I reserve the right to change my theory, but right now this is where I stand with Sebastian Rogers' case and his disappearance. I think, just like his parents do, that somebody has got him, but I think, sadly, Sebastian Rogers is no longer with us. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts on Sebastian's disappearance? Please hit like on this video, as it really does help. And if you haven't already, even though you don't have to, please consider subscribing. This has been Twisted Reality, and I will see you next time.